Kings and Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my team subscribers you loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. Um, Today I want us to take a look at the reply or the response that Ibrahim Traore gave to the American military general, Michael Langley, that was one of us. Someone that looked like us, okay? Like some of you always say, it's not all that look like us that are for us. Okay. It's not hidden anymore. The whole world is aware of the statements or the accusation that the American government brought forth through their military general Michael Langley against Ibrahim Traore, about the gold that Ibrahim Traore is using the gold for personal gain or personal benefit.
The other two competitors are just trying to replicate what we do best.
I can imagine a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that inure to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traore and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across. Even in Sudan, what's going on with the rapid support forces and Burhan of the Sudan forces, when you get down to it, is all about the revenue that can be drawn out of that. And there are nefarious actors in the CCP or in sometimes Russia are complicit in those activities.
And that's shocked everyone. And I told you, I am happy that the African youth are beginning to understand the game that world power play. They are beginning to understand the game that the whole of Europe and America plays. Because the moment they begin to accuse a leader, you just know that something is fishy. They are preparing for something. It was the same tactics of old, the same, that's exactly what they do. And when it comes to Gaddafi, they accused him and made his people hate him. And then later on, they took him out. And the same thing happened to all the Pan-African leaders, all the leaders who work for the unity of the African people. So, after the whole scenario, after the whole thing happened, Ibrahim Traore had finally given a reply to Michael Langley. And that's exactly what I want us to listen to just quick before we pick some key points that Ibrahim Traore pointed out.
I don't know what happened with this general. There is still a problem, though. I would perhaps like him to make his mea culpa if he was sent in and realizes that this was not the right mission. If he was misled, he should say so publicly or otherwise before the Senate, admit that he made a mistake. Or if it was done with bad intentions, we will confront him as necessary, because everything he said is a lie. It's very shameful to see an adult lie, to see an adult, a general officer of a great army, lie. It's very serious. First of all, he talked about Burkina's gold, which he claims we used to protect ourselves and all that. First, it's Burkina's gold, it's not his gold. That's the first thing. What business is it of his? It has nothing to do with him. It's Burkina's gold, it doesn't concern him. Second thing, he's lying, because Burkina never had any gold reserves until we came. We are the ones who started setting aside gold in the treasury of Burkina Faso. Otherwise, there wasn't a single gram of gold reserves in Burkina. That means he's a liar again. Another thing, when he says that we use it to protect ourselves and all that, we are free. If the people have decided that we should govern them, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So we are free. How is it any of his business? And the part that hurt me the most, not because he's a general or because he's American or anything, but because he's black. It hurts a lot to me to see that they use a black man to fight against another black man. And this didn't just start now. It has to stop. You see, it's very dangerous. Even Libya. Who destroyed Libya? Again, they used a black man. In movies back in the day, in America, black people always played the bad guy. But we told ourselves, that's just in the movies. Why do black people keep playing the bad roles? I think that if he heard this interview, he should look at himself in the mirror, feel ashamed, and come out to say, well, I was given a false report. I regret it. He needs to say it publicly. If it was a false report, then it was made. Because it's possible that he was given a false report and that he should come out and say it, because you saw when I take another neighbor, again, as I said, among us black people, the Ivorian Minister of Defense, who goes to Turkey, meets the Turkish Minister of Defense, and tells him that they won't sell us weapons.
All right, Majesties, that was Ibrahim Traore there. And like what he said, maybe the last statement he made was that the painful thing to him is not the fact that he was American or a general, but the fact that he is black. He looked like me and you. That is one of the things that broke his heart. And it's the same thing that is breaking our heart as Pan-Africans across the world, that they always use a black man to take out a black man. When it comes to, taking out someone who is in Africa, they always use, a black person to do the job. And if you look around the world, look at Patrice Lumumba. It was his own people. He's one of him that they used to take him out. Look at Gaddafi. It was his own people that one of him, like the person who even gave the order in a subtle way was even what's his name? Barack Obama, that should be one of us. So this is exactly what is happening. And then when you look into the entertainment industry, the way the black family, black community is portrayed is not something to write home about at all. When it becomes black, it becomes wicked, it becomes, the other side of life. And that is exactly what we should work against as Pan-Africans, to correct this impression that the world wants to write about us. Now, he talked about Burkina's gold. Now, what is the business between Burkina Faso's gold and the American government? Why is America just suddenly interested in Burkina Faso and their gold, and claiming that they love the people so much and that the leader is not using the gold for the benefit of the people? Like Ibrahim Traore said, the general obviously lied, because there was no gold reserve in Burkina Faso prior to his ascension as the leader of Burkina Faso. Remember, France was the one in charge of that region with their puppets that they implant in that region. And I keep telling you here that France do not have any gold mine, but they have one of the largest gold reserve around the world. Where do you think they were getting their gold from? Their gold was coming from Burkina Faso. And that was the reason why when Ibrahim Traore kicked them out and he's on it, he's like, no, we are not going back on our word. When the Sahel, Assimi Goïta of Mali, General Tiani of Niger, when they came up and then kicked them all out, you saw how desperate Emmanuel Macron was, because what gave them life is coming from that region that they had called poor. So to the world, they made the world look at that region like there's nothing good coming out of that region. But they are the ones harnessing the gold, the resources, the lithium, the uranium and other things that the Sahel have in their underground. It's quite unfortunate, Your Majesties. The African people look at Michael Langley as a puppet, because I don't see the reason why you as a black general won't support the wind of change that is happening in the Sahel, because of course, definitely, he's working for the American government. He is American at this point, and this is exactly what we keep saying. You see the reason why many Africans think that African Americans hate them, African Americans don't like Africans. You see the reason why sometimes it seems like there is this gap between that that is causing some uneasiness between African Americans and Africans. Africans believe or feel from some of these happenings that African Americans do not care about them. Recently, I brought you that information where some African Americans that, of course, in music were saying that they are not Africans, they are not from Africa, they don't have anything to do with Africa, they are not black, black is a curse. You heard that? That information I brought you here. So this is exactly what is going on. And then sometimes African Americans feel like Africans do not want to open up to them. Whenever they come to Africa, they get some ill treatment. And this is the reason. This is the reason Michael Langley is an African American and he's working to see that he destroys the wind of change that is happening in the Sahel. So this is a misunderstanding that we are talking about. Your Majesties, in as much as I know that a lot of you do not support what Michael did, I know that a lot of African Americans do not support. I know a lot of you went out to rally, to protest, to tell the American government to leave Africa alone, to leave Burkina Faso's leader, IBRAHIM Traore, alone. I know, I saw those protests, I saw the rally, I saw everything. But for the fact that these people knows how to get us as black people is something that I don't know when we're going to wake up. It is this division of ours that lead us, that keep pushing us down there, making us look like we are weak. It is this division, and they know how best to create this division. Get somebody, deceive the person with whatever. I don't know how much they pay him. I don't know what promises they have made to him that he decide to, I don't know if he's going against his conscience at this point or he's just doing it because he had to do it as a military general of the American people. Like I said before, why should the American government suddenly become interested in Burkina Faso, in the Burkina Faso's gold? Why should they want to act like they are the savior? They want to turn their leader against the people, like turning the leader against the people. Oh, the leader is not doing well. We are the custodian of human rights. We want to come and help the citizens. That game is before, not now anymore. And I think the recent happening has sent a strong message to the American government. It's not game as usual. It's not, no, we are not buying for that anymore. What you do before you think you can keep doing, it's not going to happen anymore. As the African people, we are woken now, and we're not going to take such anymore. We're not going to sit down and look at you, take out our leaders like you did before. So this is a message that the African youth have sent. This is a message that the African people have sent. And I think that it is loud and clear that the American government and whoever is supporting them, the French government, of course, obviously, have listened to this message and they've gotten the message. What do you think, Your Majesties? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.